All right, hello everybody. Right now it's 6:30, and I have decided to do a video because I'm awake, and I've been awake for a pretty long time. But um, I'm gonna start trying to do videos again. I am not in the closet anymore because I am not in Ohio anymore. So therefore, I do not have to hide. I have some stuffies. My newest puppy, Abby got me, and I got Sir Hugs a lot, and a butterscotch, and I got to replug in my phone. um, I am going to start talking about ABDL and little stuff again. Um, I'm also going to touch on a new subject, mostly for me. I have autism, so I'm going to try to explain what it feels like as a female on the spectrum because there are differences, and it was given to me as an idea by Abby, which is my girlfriend. And so I think I'm going to bring it to the public. There are also a few other issues I deal with, and I think should be disabilities, and I will get to those. But some of the things that I experience, and I'm not sure if it's all autism related. Also, why I'm being very quiet is, like I said, Abby's asleep. I'm still awake. One of the first ones I can touch on is time. For me, if I get involved in something, I can be on it for hours. I can be out for hours, and for me, it'll feel like either a few minutes or even a few seconds. Like I don't feel like I've lost. I don't feel like as much time went by as it has. Maybe a half hour at the most. But I can tell you it's been hours from when Abby went to bed to where I'm at now. But I decided I wanted to do a video because I keep putting it off, and I'm gonna try not to do that. Um, so yes, time is something I deal with. I don't know if anyone else has that, especially in the autism community, because I also have other things that also impede me, and I'm still learning on what they are because, you know, different counselors, different psychologists can say a lot of different things. So we're gonna have to find that out. I had a meltdown, or a little bit of a meltdown, last night over an issue of words. Yes, that sounds weird. Or maps. I have an issue with looking at maps. Now, that's probably more of a fear or phobia than it is a autism thing. But last night it got to me because being yelled at and also trying to look for words that I'm not familiar with just threw me off. So, those are two issues I can tell you right there. Um, I don't understand things like sometimes people tell me something funny, but it doesn't sound funny, so I don't laugh. I don't know what to say because I get certain type of humor and certain humor I don't quite get. And sometimes when people won't say things sarcastically, I don't catch the sarcastic part. For me, sarcasm is, yeah, I don't get it. So I'm going to try to hit more on representing autism and other issues because I think there's not a lot of information out there and disinformation, and especially age dysphoria. Now, I know that's not a thing. I've checked up on a ton of websites, and there's 1% maybe that even mentions age dysphoria. And even then, it's more of a this Peter Pan crap. That's not even an actual, for me, to be honest, age dysphoria is really pretty bad. It really interferes with your life because, in what I understand it, and this is the way I'm going to explain it because this is the way I experience it. Again, I'm not trained. Don't take my word for it. Go visit your psychologists and counselors and doctors. Do not take my word. This is just how I experience it, and you may have the same. For me, my mind is not the same age as my body. My body is different from my mind. My mind is younger. My mind has always been younger. Since I was physically younger, I've always been younger. I played with toys for like the longest time. And I was always into fantasy and into magic and into a lot of things that people were growing out of, or being the princess, or having the red ruby slippers, because I loved Wizard of Oz when I was younger. I don't remember all my childhood, but we'll get into that at some point. But going back to the age thing, I was always younger acting than everybody else. I always wanted to play with stuff that's usually not for the age group because they got those little age things like 0 to 6 months, 2 to 3, and 7 to 11. The recommended ages of what you're supposed to have. Even at one of my birthday parties, I wanted like this food kit that was probably for younger kids, but I don't care because I liked it. Or my waffle blocks. I love waffle blocks. You could make so many things with waffle blocks, and not these new ones. It was older ones. Um, but yeah, and even through high school, I didn't. I liked kids meals. My parents were fine with this because it saved them money. But technically, I liked them because of the toy. Yeah, heard me right. It was the toy that got me. By the way, I was not diagnosed with autism in the very beginning, which would have helped immensely save me from certain issues that I had to go through. I was diagnosed with audio visual processing delay with ADD, so I had to take Ritalin. Yeah. But only during school days. And yeah, I'm doing this completely live. So you're seeing me unscripted. This is all my own words. This is from my experience. And yes, I know I can be scatterbrained. I think of it. If I don't say it, I'll forget it. That is the way I've always been. But yeah, that's what I was diagnosed with. Now, in the records, it doesn't say that at all. It says something completely different. And I didn't know that till much later. And the autism thing came not when I was young enough to get any help. So that's another thing. I got to find out where to get help because it feels like a fight. You have to literally prove that you have something for anyone to believe you because they're like, you look completely normal and you can completely do it and we don't care. Yeah. You just think that that's not happening. But yes, another thing I can't deal with is cold bread sandwiches. It is, ugh, it's getting worse too. I am now to the point where even just cold condiments, period, like meat and stuff, is becoming kind of disgusting. So besides just toasting bread, which I have to toast it, I can't even. Getting out of the package is like hard enough as it is, but at least I know it's going to be toasted so I can handle it. I'm sorry, this is having connecting problems, so I don't know why. I guess a lot of people aren't coming back because I do want to start making videos, and we need to make age dysphoria a thing because it is a very hard hitting. Mentally see myself. I cannot handle sometimes this. It is very crippling. It's the woman, yeah, even that word can be quite destructive, especially miss. Oh, this is getting irritating about the reconnecting, but okay, going back to the words. Another word that's the big one, I think, for people like me who suffer for age dysphoria, which needs to be real and it needs to be a thing because it is very destructive. And I'm not sure if it's on a mental already, but if it's not, it needs to be there because it is quite destructive. And for me personally, the biggest word I cannot handle is the A word. People say, or another thing people say is grow up. Fuck that. And yes, you heard me say that. I cannot handle the A word, the G word. Anything doing with that is just, it destroys me. And I have an image in my head and I'm seeing it, and my parts are way too big and I can't fit the clothing that looks cute. And it's not even just that. It is literally you can't handle what you're seeing. And there's no surgery that can make me shorter and make me go to where I was, what I see, what I think in my head. And I can't handle. And it looks like there's a call. I don't know who it was. They can call back or something. And I'm going to try to make more videos. So if you feel any of these things, just stop this. I'm going to share a little bit longer because now, hello Facebook, hello YouTube, you're all connected now. So reconnecting. So again, to basic down again, I'm going to start trying to talk about autism or disability. I'm calling it age dysphoria until I can think of a better name or term because that's exactly how there is a difference. Also, I'm going to talk about things that bug me because, again, not everybody. Everybody is different and everybody is not the same. And cold sandwiches, I'm almost to the point I can't even have them cold. That's a great thing about Subway. They do heat up. Well, I love hamburgers, so, but hamburgers are hot. And yeah, they're pretty good for that. I know of at least one other person that has this. Unless I chug it really, really a lot, I can't drink it. I need flavoring. Again, super cold, me drink it really, really fast because, and it's got to be in a certain type of cup or container. And excuse the fact that we have to reconnect occasionally. But drinks are an issue. If it's not in a certain type of cup, I can't drink it. If it's not cold enough, at least water, I can't drink it. Certain drinks I cannot stand. I cannot stand grape juice. I can drink it, but it's very hard. I don't like alcoholic beverages because they make me sick, and I had a bad experience, so it's even worse. So I can't even stand the smell. And again, I don't want to get sick, so I don't care, nor I've done cigarettes because again, they make me sick. I've been around them. They literally affect me, so I just avoid them like the plague. I keep a stuffed animal with me now almost at all times, more than one, and especially if I'm having a really messed up day, I may take 2 stuffed animals or a bigger one just so I can get out there. I am very dependent and addicted to my phone. But that would be the same if I had a CD player or a tape player, because I have to have music or videos on me at all times if I'm out there in the world, and it helps. Sometimes I can block out the noise with either my headphones or I have earplugs. The sun, if it's way too bright, or I don't, particularly want people to see my eyes because eyes are the windows to the soul. Sunglasses, or if it's just too bright, sunglasses. Um, I get cold quite a bit, so my coat, my jacket becomes a friend. Um, my girlfriend recently bought me a gravity blanket. I would say it's a good idea to do. It's 15 pounds, probably should be 20, but 15 pounds works. It's quite heavy unless you're laying down, and I feel floaty when I don't have something covering me. Most blankets are not that heavy, so if you have a weight issue with, you feel like you're going to float and you can't get comfortable, that kind of makes it a little bit better for you. I would say look into gravity or weight blankets. They really do help. They're a little expensive, but you can get good deals. Or maybe try like a kid's blanket, because that's what I was going to do. Because, again, fabrics are a thing too. I can't stand certain clothes or fabrics, and it is a real issue. And if you have it, you understand it. And if you don't, you know, and certain ones I can't do because it'll make my skin turn red or make me go itchy, or yeah. So I have to have like cotton and comfortable clothing that fits my personality. I was once forced to wear one color I cannot stand at this point, and I question if I'm ever going to really wear it again in that type, because it was a horrible. It's the color white. I'll tell you that, and I can't stand it. I cannot stand. I'll do it under circumstances where it's an insanity costume, but beyond insanity costume, or part of an anime where it's got white but it's got other colors, I can't do it. Like I'm wearing pants, but they have color to them, so, and they're pajama pants, because pajama pants are like the easiest thing. I will not go back to jeans again. The, One, they're making them smaller sizes, and two, forget trying to find a size. And even if you do, it could cost you more. And then if you change sizes, it's horrible to have to change. You have to buy another pair, and that gets expensive. Sleepwear usually has something stringy or ribbony, so you can change it yourself. You don't have to worry about having to go somewhere to buy something. And usually it's comfortable and it fits my personality. And I don't have money to buy Lolita. If I could, oh, you'd be seeing me a Lolita, but I can't afford Lolita. Lolita would be what I would go for because it fits my persona. It's more for the children, or it looks childish, or it would be the big dresses. Oh, I love certain types of dresses, but again, money and size. Size and money are the things that need to kind of work. I have found other options, but again, money being an issue. Um, I do have quite a big stuffed animal collection, but most people do, so that's not. But I have a toy collection too, because one, and not the type of toys. I'm talking regular toys that you're gonna find in like Walmart, Kroger's, if you've ever heard of the place. Um, $1 stores. They're not gonna cost much money. Um, well, sometimes you have to go online because you can't find them because, well, Lady Lovely Locks isn't going to be found in no store. And if they do have it, let me know because I want to. I love Sailor, well, I love Sailor Moon too. And Lady Lovely Locks, those are so amazing. So, I even got me a movie thing I will show you all at some point because I'm very proud. That's was a dream thing to have in my possession that I once had. Begged my mom to keep it, she wouldn't keep it, so I will also say that with the age of dysphoria has nothing to do with childhood. I think it either, again, there's not much information, and I'm just making this up as I go because I believe this should be something on the DSM 5. That's how strongly I believe this. And I'm going to even approach this to my counselor when I see her, even psychiatrist, because I believe it's a real thing. As Abby has told me, she believes that that's a schizophrenia 1. So if you want to put that down, it could be that. And if it's that, I'm fine with it. I know it's a disability. It hinders me in my life. It stops me from doing things, and most people don't. Yes, I know there's a difference in opinions, but for me, it's more stronger than that. This is not just something I chose to do to be different, to be picked on. It is something that I do legitimately have. It's in my head, it's in my mind, it's in my body. No, actually, my body doesn't match my mind. And we're not talking 24, 25. We're talking 5 to 1. Yeah, I went there. I maybe can function a little bit higher, but most kids can use a phone by a certain age. So, but for me, it makes me a lot younger. And no, I don't want to do anything bad. It is not me wanting to be around people of that age. Trust me, no. And it's not something I can't help it. It's legitimately a dysphoria thing. And I'd be perfectly fine with, if there were activities that would help, but there are no activities that I know of that's of a reasonable price. I've thought about maybe trying to go in the industry or bringing it up because it would be a good venture. But yeah, this is real, and I'm going to try to advocate because it starts with usually one person. There's probably more people. It's just I have not been introduced to everyone. So again, this is now I'm hoping on Facebook and YouTube. And please let me know if you're getting this. Like, or just, hey, I've seen it on YouTube, or hey, I'm seeing this on Facebook, so I know that this is getting there. Because if I can hit 2 at the same time, I'm totally gonna do that. And also that way I can get the word out to both, because yeah, I would like to be as cool as some of my favorites. I will mention some of my favorites. I definitely like the Theorizer. So he's one I would definitely recommend to watch. MatPat. I'm not sure if that's what he goes by. The film critic guy, the guy with the glasses. I will get better. I think it's Channel Awesome or something. I like the Video Game Nerd. There's some other people too, because there are other YouTubers I watch, but I'm going to try to be maybe as cool as those YouTubers. My goal is to try to get out a video a week, to talk about, again, things that happen on a day-to-day basis, or maybe even movie branch out. But yeah, just a little introduction. I'm gonna try to be back. I'm not in the closet, so yay. I may even do some videos of like my stuffed animals or something. We're still moving in, and it's been crazy because my body doesn't want to do anything. So it's been an issue, and I see the stuff that needs to be done, but I think that's a meltdown thing where I want to do it, but there's just so many projects that I get stifled and I can't do it. And it's like, if I can't do it, I'm just going to sit here, and then it just has to annoy me enough, and then maybe, maybe I'll get up the strength. Some other issues is, it's going to sound odd, Runway recyclables. I totally like being a recycling person, or try. I'm not the greatest. I kind of fall behind. But opening the little trash can bin door is like an issue. I found if you bring like a little wet wipe or something, that kind of helps. But just the touching it is, it's an issue for me. I'm starting to try to discover what I have issues with so I can report them better, because I'm not very thorough in my description. So maybe this will help me remember. Also, going places can be dreadful. I can usually go to my appointments and stuff, but when it comes to going to like certain things, again, it has to go with getting up the energy, which is an issue. Wanting to deal with this, dealing with doing whatever it is. Like today, I have 3 things planned, actually 4 things. One thing I want to do is kind of being hindered by the fact that, one, I do need to get sleep. I need to take a vitamin or some type of pill to help me sleep. And I don't really want to go through with actually doing the deed that I need to do. So I may get 2 things done, but I'm feeling kind of bogged down, and the negativity and the meltdown. Meltdowns are real. Shutdowns are real. I've had a few shutdowns before, when I got to points where I couldn't handle stuff. And I've gotten broken by one place, and we will at some point get to that as well, because that has made me unable to work anywhere at this point. I can't do it, and I can't. And it's worse than, yeah, it's bad enough I have interviews that have to do with work at all is no. And forget even trying to get to a job. I got destroyed. I got broken at a place I should have never tried in the first place, because again, autism, if I would have known about it, I could have dealt with it. But since I didn't know and I didn't get the therapy, I'm going to need a lot of therapy. Now, where are the therapy places? When I find out, I will let you know. So, like I said, this is me, Lunity. I'm giving information about age dysphoria, so if that's something you feel like you may have or suffer with, let's get this on the thing. It needs to be on the DSM, but they haven't recognized it yet. They've recognized like video games and some other stupid stuff, and some stuff that's real. And there's a lot of real stuff. I'm not going to put anybody down. But they need to add this, because this is just as bad. It's not just a, oh, we don't want to grow up. Oh, no, 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 no. It is a real bad thing. It can destroy your life. It's not a bad thing in the sense of it's bad you have it because you can't get rid of it. It's not going anywhere. I did try when I didn't realize to be it, and I was horrible, and it was a horrible experience, and it made me do things I'm not proud of, and I never quite changed, and actually, if anything, it made me worse. And as I once explained to a counselor, he said, if you could change, would you? And I can't. I don't see me doing the A word. I can't. And sometimes I have broken, once I really got dysphoria worse, I broke down and cried. And not just from work, it was from everything. And even just being what you see is not what I see, and I'm not seeing what I should be seeing. And it can be hard. And I will try to discuss what helps, but usually there's not much. Sometimes the internet can kind of help if you watch something funny. Like, I like the Angry Video Game Nerds um, Desert Bus. I would totally say I'd recommend you to watch it because it's hilarious. Or Big Rigs. Watch Big Rigs with especially Angry Video Game Nerd. Now, maybe you won't find it funny, but I find it freaking hilarious, especially the advertisement he does near the end about the big rigs. You can see it just lights me up even thinking about that. And sometimes that can help in like doctors or dentist office because I have such bad stress levels. My blood pressure goes through the roof and scares people, at least at one place. So, videos can slightly help. Um, Especially where having my headphones, I can be in my own little world, which I'm in anyways. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I realize where I'm at, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I see people, sometimes I can't even see you. And that happens for me. I don't know if it's an autism thing or one of my other many disabilities, but sometimes the world vanishes and I don't even notice anybody. And it's blissful because I don't notice you, or if someone's looking at me disgustingly, I won't notice it. If someone wants to approach me, I ain't gonna notice it. If someone smiles at me, if I'm in my own place, it ain't gonna be seen. um, but on the opposite end, if I'm in super noticing mode, I can notice if someone's looking at me bad or good. I can notice sparkly stuff. If I'm seeing way too many cool things in a store, forget it. I am gone. And I am looking at everything. If I'm shopping, making the decision is really difficult unless I know exactly what I'm going in for, what I have a taste for that day. If not, forget it. I'm looking around. Like right now, I'm trying to decide what to eat. It's probably gonna go down to Chef Boyardee only because it's easy and it's there. But honestly, I'm in the mood for rice. Um, and I don't think we have rice, and I'm not really a cook of person to say. As you see, microwave maybe. Um, but I do need help when it comes to certain tasks and or abilities. Confidence is like editing, forget it. That is why you're seeing this raw and uncut. I don't do editing. I'm not good at it. And so, yeah, I have a tendency to ramble. I have a tendency to say whatever comes in my head at the time it comes in my head. I'm still little. I'm a little bit of kitten, but not a furry. Just I have kitty tendencies, I guess. Um, I definitely like little stuff, like stuffed animals, toys, especially little people type stuff. When I'm little, I'm very little. It could be a DAD type thing. I don't know when I learn it. I will tell you right now, I'm not quite in that mode. I'm in a little bit bigger, younger mode, I guess. I'm always a little, but it's just different ages of that. Um, it all depends on how I look and feel right now. I feel not the greatest, but there are reasons for that. Like I said, I will try to read comments when I can. I don't. I play Sailor Moon game because I love Sailor Moon. Again, Sailor Moon stars when it comes out. I want it. I want it. I want it. That is something I am passionate about. I am not the super fan, but I would at least say I'm in the top 100 fans. If there was a fan group, okay, maybe 500. There are people that will buy everything. I can't afford it. So, but I have created once with me and two other friends. We did Sailor Moon. And I went with the one that's got the really cool butterfly one. I don't know which one you call it, but that's the one I went for. And it was amazing. And so I may talk a little bit about that. Or I'm also going to talk about issues. So if you were easily offended, I'm sorry. So trigger words advised now. Um, if you know me, you know my politics already. So I'm going to try to stay away from that and go more neutral on stuff. But I can't really count on that. So it depends. We'll see where it goes. Um, I'm kind of asexual, not really a sexual person. Well, I don't really care for the one thing. Actually, I detest it. It's not even I don't like it. I don't even know how to fix it. So I think I'm asexual. I think that's one of them, but I'm not the regular one. I'm maybe gray or something. I still have to look it up. So, and things are changing a lot. So, we'll find out together. It'll be a together thing. Um, yeah, I think there's a lot of dumb stuff and movies I'm not gonna see and movies I want to see and some. I'll tell you some of the movies I love. The Truman Show. That one never gets boring to me. I love it, and I can't tell you why I love it. May do a review at some point. So The Truman Show is one of my favorite movies. I would say another movie off the top of my head is okay, I can't remember it, but it's got two people I can't think of their names, and it's about like when you die, and it's just oh my gosh, it is so good. It's like if you die, this should be sort of how it is, except I don't know if fear would be the greatest thing. I haven't overcome all my fears, so let's hope that that's not it, and let's hope I can overcome my fears. But if you were to die, this is what I think it's sort of like, not completely, but I like the concept and I think it's really good. But I will find the movie and tell you what it is. Another one is Xanadu. Now it's more the soundtrack I like and the certain scenes I like, but Xanadu is just amazing. And some of their songs, like Magic by Olivia Newton John, amazing. Or Blue Skies by Tran. I don't know who they are, but I will find out for you. But they're amazing too. And we're getting ready for Christmas. Hopefully, we'll get stuff on the tree. Um, I know I jumped. Some other movies I like Enchanted because it's an amazing movie. Um, Trying to think for y'all. I love Beauty and the Beast, not the one that's live. That one I do like, but I wish I could mix and match the ones from the animated because I like the animated a whole lot better. The animated is amazing. This live action, it's got its good points, but when you get to the Be Our Guest, go to the animated version. It's a whole lot better, especially the 3D if you had it. Don't watch the one from the new one. It's too much, way too frantic, and does not catch the power and magic like the Be Our Guest over with the animated. And watch the special edition because Human Again is amazing. It's like one of my favorite songs besides the Gaston one, only because it's hilarious and it's funny. Oh no, the the bell song too in the beginning. All right, I like a lot of the music from Beauty and the Beast, as you can tell. But there's a lot of Disney movies I don't like. Um, I can see hello people. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're watching. Um, I can see this is going into a Disney thing. Um, and of course, if you like these videos, you can let me know too. Um, so I know I'm not alone in the land of liking certain, Disney or other videos because I know everybody has their different likes and takes. Since we're getting close to Christmas or holidays, I'm cool. I can say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. See, covered the baseline there, or trying to cover the baseline. Um, I would say Charlie Brown Christmas is not my favorite, but it's up there because I like the message and it's really cute and it's peanuts. But my favorite peanuts actually, and this is just weird, is the Thanksgiving, not the pilgrim part of it, but the part where Charlie Brown actually has to make the Thanksgiving meal and he uses popcorn and jelly beans and toast. I laugh each and every time, and it doesn't get old. I only notice more. Um, I'd also say Shrek the Halls is another favorite Christmas one, at least, because I like the beginning where he has to run to the village and the music with it. He gets the village Christmas for the Village Idiot for Dummies book or something, and it's so funny what he does. And the end kind of makes it better, but that first part just sets it up with the song and him running. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I like the Toy Story holiday horror one because it's funny about them and Piggly, the little hedgehog thing, is really funny when they walk through and he's telling about all the stuff that happens through a horror movie and it just fits. And you're like, oh, it's so cool. And let's see, the Christmas one, it's not bad. But I can't think of anything to talk about. I will probably make a script next time so I have a baseline of what to hit. Again, if you have any questions about age dysphoria, autism, just what I like, how your day was, you know, movies, you know, I'll think of something maybe 2 days or 3 days. We can do different topics, about new movie releases like The Lion King. I think, now this is a prediction, you heard it from me first. I think when Lion King comes out, it's going to do great. But it all depends what they do with Scar and what they're doing with the hyenas. Because Scar's song, I've heard, is going to be out and they're going to change him or they're going to take him out completely. And he was amazing in the animated. I love the animated, not more than Beauty and the Beast, but I liked it still the same. But if they take out Scar, or if they do something with him, I think it's gonna go like this. And if something really badly changes, it's gonna go up, and then it's just gonna go down. I don't know if that's gonna happen, and I'm even worried about Mary Poppins because I love the original. I don't know if this one's going to. If they would have done it when Julia Roberts could still have done it, I don't know. And if they ever make Bedknobs and Broomsticks, which again is my absolute favorite live action with animated, that's not in the princess category. I loved Bedknobs and Broomsticks. They could probably do something amazing, but they're not going to have the two people. And those two people, Angela Lansbury and a really good guy that was also from Mary Poppins. I can't remember his name, but he is amazing. And whatever he does is gold. I have recently seen, a few years ago, The Love Bug. And it was actually really funny. I didn't think it would be funny about a car, but they pulled it off. And I think it has to do with the actor that played in Bedknobs and Broomsticks and Mary Poppins. So I will remember his name, hopefully. But I'm hoping from those two movies you know who I'm talking about, and if you do, he is hilarious in everything he does. Most of everything he does. But that's just my opinion. Um, if I were to go back to, yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all vote. If you want, maybe I should do a voting thing, like autism, maybe one day, age dysphoria another day, and random topics maybe another day. That could be like 3 different things we talk about. Maybe. All right. Well, I love y'all. Ta ta. Hopefully, I've not rambled too much. Again, you see this, let me know. Maybe you had to go to work, so have a good work day. Have a good, I think today is Thursday, so have a good Thursday. And again, so cool. So I'm going to try to figure out how to stop this, and we're going to figure out together how to stop this because I don't know how to do that. Um, so I'm thinking just, well, you're seeing part of the home. I'm guessing I just pushed this button, so ta-ta, I guess. And I'm going